Hi guys! Today I'm going to show you how to draw a portrait using the grid method, which is a method that the artist Chuck Close made popular. I learned this method in high school, and while this drawing isn't the favorite that I've done at all, I still think the grid method is a great way to get better proportions in your drawings. So here's what you need. A piece of paper or a sketchbook, artist grade pencils or just regular pencils will be fine, a ruler, some big erasers. I like kneaded erasers, but those are optional. I'll go into what those are later. And a pencil sharpener. And these shading tools, which are my favorite thing ever. Another optional step is to put a paper on a board or canvas. My grandma told me to do this, and I do everything she says, so I think that we should do it. Then use your ruler to make 1-inch margins on the top and the bottom, and then number the X and Y axis with A through however many boxes you have and 1 through however many boxes that you have. Your paper should look like this when you're done. I also like to use cardboard so I can focus on each square individually. And then move the cardboard over as you complete each square. I like to start with the outline of his head so I can get the proportions right of his face. If you make a mistake, that's okay. That's where your kneaded eraser comes into play. I like to mush it up into a ball and make a point with it so that you can erase the small parts of your drawing. Once I get the outline started, I just start shading square by square and moving my cardboard over and making sure that I'm looking at my reference and going back to my drawing. I had a really hard time with the lips on this drawing, so I would recommend, when in doubt, just trusting the square and realizing that if you follow each square individually instead of thinking what you think a lip would look like, then you get a much more accurate drawing. After I get an idea of where everything should be, I start shading with my shading tools and blending tools and using the graphite from my pencils to push around and make softer lines. Because my teacher told me one time that on the face there shouldn't be any hard lines. Like if you think about a real face, there's no lines necessarily. So I like to use the blending tools to make softer lines of their own. If it starts to get too dark with the shading, which is something that I struggle with a lot, I like to go in with my eraser and start using that as a highlight to make the whites more bright. Once I'm finished with the shading, I like to go in and add some finishing touches with my pencil or dark pencil, just to make sure that the dark parts are dark and the light parts are light. And voila, there you have it, your finished portrait. I, again, don't think that this is my favorite portrait I've done. I'm pretty rusty at them, but I think that this grid method is the best method to use if you want an accurate portrait. Thanks for watching. Bye.